Bonnie Blue, Lily Phillips, these are Onlyfans creators who are used to doing battle against the pork saw, but are now battling each other on their way to the bottom. Now, we've spoken about Lily Phillips before on this channel when she slept with 100 men in preparation to sleep with 1,000. And if you don't know who Bonnie Blue is that lady who goes around sleeping with schoolies. In fact, last year, Australia cancelled Bonnie's visa so she couldn't come out here and sleep with our schoolies, which in hindsight, we probably did Bonnie a bit of a favour because there aren't many schoolies with a HR truck licence, which is what you need to fuck Bonnie now since she has a 12-tonne load limit. Oh, and also, she just recently slept with 1,057 men in 12 hours. To put that in perspective, that's more men than I have people subscribe to me. I would like to take a quick moment to thank everyone who has jumped on board and helping me get to 1,000 subscribers. Shout out to the Hairy Golfer for being number 1,000. And if I ever see any of you in public, I won't root you or anything like Bonnie would do. I'll give you a crisp high five or maybe an over-the-pants hand job. But no, I do appreciate it, so thank you very much. Now, you would think that these ladies would have some common ground and they would be friends. I mean, they've collaborated together in the past. But, like I said before, and I'll say again, women hate women. And Bonnie is very, very angry at Lily for stealing her idea of sleeping with 1,000 men and breaking the world record. That's right, they're arguing over the intellectual property for the idea of being cummed in heaps. You know, one of the all-time great business models, up there with Netflix and Uber. You know, I'm sure it took Bonnie and her team hours and days, maybe even, to come up with the idea. According to Bonnie, though, Lily stabbed her in the back by stealing the idea from her last year. Way before Lily even put it on her socials that she'd like to do the world sex record, I shared the idea with her saying I really wanted to do the world record, Bonnie explained. And I guess I'm very trustworthy and oblivious to people's bitterness, so I shared my idea that I'd like to do it. Then it wasn't until November, 3 months later, that she announced on her socials that she was doing the world record. I've always suggested competition, and that I don't have. In terms of the world record, both me and Lily know it was my idea as I'd spoken to her about it. Look, I'm a comedian, and in the comedy community, it's a cardinal sin to steal someone else's idea or steal someone else's joke or premise. However, there is such a thing as parallel thinking. Now, I don't think it would be the biggest stretch to say that it's within the realms of possibility that two OnlyFans creators, two professional whores, both came up with the idea of being cummed in heaps. Also, is it just me or does Bonnie sound like a passive-aggressive cunt? Like, no wonder she was able to fit 1,000 men in her. I think she's just one massive cunt. And even if she did steal your idea, you did it first. You won. Shut up, Bonnie.
Okay, 500, check. Oh, and if you see they look a bit wet, it's fluids. 600, done. 800, done. 900, done. The big 1,000 was well and completely done.
Also, could you have not got a better sign to commemorate the occasion? Like, surely the money you made in spare change that got lost in your pussy was enough to just get some texters and maybe get the cunt eliminated. But I think this all stems from the fact that Bonnie is threatened by Lily, and I don't think she should be. I helped Lily with publicity. I don't feel like people in the industry need to be jealous. There's multiple subscribers and plenty of space for everyone, she said. Then shut up, Bonnie. Shut up. Bonnie also took a swipe at Lily's porn prowess by bringing up a now viral video of her crying after sleeping with 100 men in a single night. Seeing someone cry after content is not nice, and not everyone is cut out for these circumstances, so I really wish her all the best, she said. I doubt you do, but anyway. I'm not saying this is for everybody, nor is everyone hot enough to even do what I do. But I think this is something I thoroughly enjoy, and I'm going to continue to do it. Firstly, Bonnie, get over yourself. You look horrendous for 25. Lily's 2 years younger than you, and all I can say is you must have had a fucking harder paper out than she did. You dead set look like you're 45, and I feel like your skin would have the same texture as a salamander.
This is what my face looks like after taking 1,000 men less than 12 hours ago. I told you girls taking fluids for moisturizer was good for your skin.
I don't know a lot about skincare, but I just think compared to the other girls, she just looks kind of moist and slimy all the time. In regards to the sexual prowess remarks though, I don't think Bonnie has much to worry about when it comes to Lily. Like, I think Lily bungs it on when she talks about how much she loves doing all this shit. Like, she's probably a bit freaky, but I don't think she genuinely enjoys doing the shock factor OnlyFans content creation things. Like, Bonnie's actually gone out and said she's willing to get HIV. Like, Bonnie's a real one. I don't think Lily is. Like, Lily was going to build up to the 1,000. She was going to do 100, and then 300, and then 500. I was going to say like a normal person would do, but a normal person wouldn't do this. But we all saw how doing 100 turned out for Lily.
Like, more intense than you thought it might.
Definitely.
Sorry. It's okay. Just take
Yeah, 1 minute.
Now let's compare that to how Bonnie was after doing 1,000.
About 1,000 men's inside of you today.
Just feels like I've had a heavy day in the bedroom, which is exactly what I've had.
Yeah, did you enjoy it?
Yeah.
But Lily hasn't let any of this stop her in her race to the bottom with Bonnie. She's recently been parading around the streets of London with jizz on her face, because, you know, why not? And she's also announced that she's doing a 1,000-man Backdoor challenge, because apparently she wasn't happy having the last 3 foot of her colon tucked neatly up inside her. No, she wants it hanging out like a big fucking windsock. But where does this stop? Is this the future of OnlyFans? Like, is OnlyFans just going to become pure shock value? Like, is it going to become the new, like, is it going to be women's jackass? But, I mean, people should be reacting to these feats the same way you would if I told you that I had the world record for punching the most disabled kids in the face in 1 hour. You'd be like, okay, sure, you had a goal, you achieved it, but I still think less of you for doing it. But this is what happens when you eliminate shame from the world. Everyone should be proud of themselves all the time. No. Also, I think these women are doing a disservice to women rather than empowering them. But speaking of people who should also be ashamed of themselves, the spotlight is also being shone on the men who lined up for these crazy events. Journalist Felicity Martin asked the question, why are we shaming Bonnie Blue and Lily Phillips but not the masked men queuing up to have sex with them? Now, I think this is a fair point. I think these men are disgusting, and if you're doing this, if you're part of these queues, you need to give yourself an uppercut, mate. But there'll always be men willing to root anything, especially while ever there's 1.4 billion Indians in the world, because Indian men will root anything. It seems like when it comes to sex, Indian men have the same standards they have with their street food, which is none apparently. But you know it's bad when other sex workers are looking at this and going, ew, that's too far. Like this movie, like this lady, Mauve Moon or whatever her name, she's the next prostitute, who I think she summed it up best when she said, there is something terribly, terribly, terribly wrong with Bonnie in particular. She seems emotionally void and damaged. And I tend to agree with Mauve or whoever she was. I mean, you look at Bonnie Blue's eyes and tell me she's not dead inside. Anyway, I'm sure the sky's the limit for these two women and what they're doing. Like, who knows what Bonnie will get up to next. And we've got Lily getting 4 foot of colon dragged out of her to look forward to. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you think down in the comments. And until next time, ta-ta and farewell.
Ta-ta and farewell.